Thank you, Madam Speaker. At the beginning of the pandemic in April 2020, this government demanded cuts of up to 30% from colleges and universities, cuts that would have instantly shuttered the University of Winnipeg and Brandon University. Now, the government reversed themselves and told the colleges and universities they would only get the money if they graduated people needed for the job market. We desperately need graduates for nurses, computer science, and mental health. But when I talked to faculty who live in St. Boniface from UMFA, they made it clear they don't have enough people to actually teach people in those departments, and they can't attract or retain faculty because U of M's salaries, research, and more lag badly behind many universities across Canada. How can the university possibly meet labour market targets set by this government when the government won't fund the programs to actually teach them?
The Honourable First Minister.
Madam Speaker, this is a government that strongly supports not only post-secondary education, but outcomes from post-secondary education. We know, and there are many stories on this side of the House, and many stories, I'm sure, on that side of the House of individuals who have had their lives transformed because of post-secondary education, Madam Speaker. So I look forward to continuing, and our government continues working with post-secondary education. We know that there's an additional and historic investment in the training of nurses is one example, Madam Speaker, to try to fix the challenges that came under the NDP when there was a shortage of nurses. We were putting hundreds of millions of dollars into the training of nurses. That is just one example of the commitment that we've made to post-secondary education.
The Honourable Member for St. Boniface on a supplementary question.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. When this government was first elected, they directly interfered with bargaining at the University of Manitoba by ordering them to force a wage freeze or face funding clawbacks. That decision by this government meant U of M was fined millions of dollars for violating labour laws. Now, I sat as a student representative on the Board of Governors of the U of M in the 1990s during a strike. This is not normal interference. This is doing an end run around the Board of Governors of the university and its employees. University autonomy matters for a reason. It's partly so that research and teaching can be free and independent from political interference, but it's also so that we let institutions be run by people who know how to do it. Is this government going to let bargaining run its course and fund universities properly, or will they simply abolish the Board of Governors and run it themselves?
The Honourable First Minister.
Government and a minister responsible who values post-secondary education when it comes to labour negotiations. We've seen just recently tentative agreements reached through labour negotiations. We certainly value fair and free labour negotiations. Madam Speaker, I want to inform the House that the Minister and I will be meeting with all the presidents of the universities just this afternoon. We look forward to a productive discussion. It's another way that we're reaching out and listening to the various leaders within our community, and that included in those leaders are post-secondary education leaders, and we look forward to a productive meeting this afternoon with all of the presidents from the universities.
The Honourable Member for River Heights on a final supplementary.
Madam Speaker, the government has directly interfered in bargaining between the University of Manitoba administration and faculty. The actions of government are contrary to the principle that universities are independent. The Premier, who has expressed pride in his actions, has created a major problem for the University of Manitoba when it comes to faculty recruitment, faculty retention, the capacity to have enough faculty to teach the courses being delivered, and the ability of the university to carry out high-quality research. The government has also said this has been the normal practice for years. Can the government give specific earlier examples of when it was normal practice in the case of university faculty bargaining?
The Honourable First Minister.
The member is wrong in much of his assertion. He is right, though, that we do have pride in our universities. I spent 8 years at the University of Manitoba. I know there are many members on this side of the House who spent many years in post-secondary education in Manitoba. I'm sure there are many on the other side as well. Madam Speaker, we know that it can be transformative for individuals when they have the opportunity to go to post-secondary education. We want that to be a good experience. We want it to be a positive experience. We want it to be a rewarding experience for them throughout their life. That is the reason why we're reaching out to the universities, hearing about how the pandemic has affected their ability to deliver programs. I look forward to a productive meeting with the presidents of the post-secondary institutions this afternoon, together with our very capable and engaged Minister of Advanced Education.